Hi, I'm Georgianne Bender.
And I'm Rich Kizer.
Boy, JCPenney has been in the news an awful lot lately in the past couple days. Big shake up there.
They did it.
Oh, about 18 months ago, they brought in a new CEO whose job was to get everybody away from the kind of strategy that they were used to and create an entire new look. So all of JCPenney's customers have been used to looking for the next coupon and what's the next sale and what's my next big deal. Well, this guy came in and turned him in more to like a J. Crew, upscale, everyday low pricing, and the customers didn't buy it and they stayed away in droves. Lost lots of customers. So now the new guy with the new strategy is out, and they brought back the CEO who was there before this guy to try and get it back to normal to bring their customers back in. I guess you could say, Rich, that the JCPenney debacle was a self-inflicted wound.
It was.
Big time.
They did it wrong. They lost the customers. And if we ask you the question, to be honest, would you do that? Would you inflict that kind of not many people would.
Not on purpose.
Not like JCPenney. But
No.
Here's the insidious thing about it. You're probably doing it every day. I hate to say it like that and be the bearer of bad news.
You don't realize
But
it.
you are probably doing it. And here's what we mean. If we ask every one of you that is watching this right now, if you could tell us the name of just one customer that you had that was a great customer, that for some reason you know you haven't seen for 6 months and maybe even a longer period of time, if we ask that question, almost everybody watching could raise their hand, even us. Then the next or the follow-up question is, if you could identify that customer and they haven't been here, what is it that you've done to try to get them back? You see what happens in the ultimate self-inflicted wound for this not recapturing of customers is doing nothing about finding out, one, why they went away, and then number two, what are we going to do about it? And if we can do it as management, so can every one of our staff members. That list is scary, and the reason that's really scary is because research has indicated that 10 to 40% of customers will vacate, disappear, leave. And if we don't have an aggressive position, we lose them forever.
I love the email blast that the Loft store sent to your wife, to Diana, saying, we haven't seen you in a while, we want you back, and they use your name.
Look at this.
Brilliant. We can all do things like that, and so can your associates. So our question to you is, if you've had this issue, if you've lost customers, what have you done to get them to come back? I mean, they can defect for lots of reasons. New guy down the street, competition's lower price, or some wonderful event. Maybe they don't have any more interest in what you're doing. But the goal is to find reasons to pull them close.
You know what? I just had a phone call from a retailer that said, how am I supposed to combat this? I have lost customers because we were in this conversation. And he said, I asked him what the other retailer did to get him, and he said he's formed clubs within the store. He's got like classes going on, and all the women are grouping as friends, almost like tribes, and they've all been attracted to that particular store.
All the women are grouping as friends.
You know,
okay, research shows.
Research.
The women are grouping as friends.
Peer
Research shows
pressure.
that 15% of your customers will leave your store and never come back again because of the prices that you charge. 15% will leave because of the product selection that you have. But 70% of the people that you do business with right now will leave because of the quality of the interaction with the people who work in your store. So Rich and I have 3 customer retrieval points to get those people back in, because you can certainly take care of the quality of the interaction. Retrieval point number 1, you have to identify the customers that you lost and the reasons why they left. In other words, their names, their email addresses, have a conversation with them. Just ask them, what one thing could we do to bring you back to our store? What could we change? What one thing? Ask them, because they will be happy to tell you, and you might not know the things that they're talking about.
And you know what happens is when we start focusing like that, forces us to talk to customers and to ourselves and take a look at our policies. And retrieval step number 2 is simple. Create strategic steps to get them back. And that's a team effort. You can't do it all by yourself. Remember, we always talk about employees who are not involved. We always talk about associates, and isolation creates dysfunction. They won't do it. 70% lack of interaction, quality-wise, right? Isolation creates dysfunction and that lack of absence of quality interaction. So strategize with the associates that work in the store or your business to say, what is it that we can do together? And that's that team effort where the culture starts to pick it up. That's important.
Rich has been running around the office today going, spider sense tingling. He's got this new thing he says, practice spider webbing.
Spider webbing.
Spider webbing. That's getting customers re-caught in your web of your business by doing things that involve them. It might be special classes, it might be trunk shows, openings, involvement in advisory boards, having focus groups in the store. You have events and classes, you just talked about clubs, all of those things that get them involved on a day-to-day basis, who you are. It might be something on your Facebook page, tweets that you send out, all of these things that keep customers close. So that's number one. And number two,
that's
bring
two.
it home.
And number three is, for this video, is this. When you get the list of reasons why they've left, and you'll find a lot of those like in those groups, like that focus group, advisory
boards. They'll tell you, you just ask. They'll tell you.
When you find that list, you make that the golden standard within the store, to not allow that list to take place and let more people leave because of those issues.
Right.
And so what happens to us is we determine why they left. We go into a strategy of knowing that there will be 10 to 40% of people that will more than likely attempt to defect from our store. So if that's the case, let's concentrate on those strategies and stop it before they consider that defection in the first place.
Yep.
Hey, it's exciting what's going to happen. We are going to do 3 webinars, 45 minutes long.
Starting a new webinar
each one.
series.
Yeah, video webinars. It's really cool.
That's
You watch
right.
us and watch all our stuff that we're going to show. Each session is going to be about 45 minutes long, and it is going to be real strategies, real tactics from real retailers who have done things to recapture their customers. I tell you, it can't be missed. I believe it's going to be that good. And if you're interested, it's going to be a 3-part series. If you're interested in wanting to go to that, seating is going to be limited. All you have to do is send us an email and just say, send me more information. I want to know about it. We'll send you information and registration information so you can get in on the program.
Our email address is info@KIZERandBender.com. So until then, we hope that you'll do things to keep your customers close. And remember, if there's ever anything we can ever do to help, give us a call. You have a question, we're available via email and by the telephone. All of our information is right here on this email blast, and we'll talk to you soon. So until then, I'm George.
I'm Rich.